This is my hero creation channel. This is our what if story. What if Tony Stark, in a reality slightly altered by the events of Endgame, found redemption and peace by building the ultimate defense for planet Earth? Let's find out. We open this story with a rapid montage of flashbacks. First, we see the Chitauri army descending upon New York City, their leader and armies nearly overwhelming the Avengers. Then, Thanos' ship arriving, and the Mad Titan walking towards the battlefield claiming victory. As these images flash before us, we hear the voice of Tony Stark, older and wearier than the Tony we know. I said we'd get a suit of armor around the world, to protect us from invaders from beyond the stars. I failed. But this time, I won't. Suddenly, the screen goes black and cuts to reveal Tony standing in front of a vast, sprawling construction yard in orbit around the moon. It's covered in cranes, robotic arms, factories, dry docks, and more. Behind him, Earth hangs in the darkness, bathed in starlight. This is the beginning of the Iron Sphere. This is the opening to an epic story. But what happens next? How does Tony make his ultimate defense? To answer, I present to you the first part of the trilogy, the master plan. Years have passed since the events of Endgame. The world has slowly begun to rebuild after the damage wrought by Thanos and the Blip. Tony Stark is among the heroes who have chosen to lay down their masks and retire. Pepper and he run Stark Industries together, focusing on humanitarian efforts. Yet neither Tony nor Pepper will ever forget the lives lost, including that of Morgan. The sting of loss and guilt still lingers in Tony's heart. But then one night, while staring up at the stars, inspiration hits. He tells Pepper he needs to do something to honor those lost. Pepper knows what he means. She supports her husband's decision. With the full might of Stark Industries behind him, Tony dedicates every resource to a single purpose. He locks himself in his old workshop and builds the most ambitious and personal project of his life. The first step is the plan itself. On a massive holographic globe of Earth, Tony begins making calculations. Around him, the walls of his lab are covered in technical readouts. It's only a matter of hours until Tony finishes his design. He steps back to admire it. His solution is daring, yet elegant. Thousands of interconnected autonomous drones, each capable of flight and cloaking technology, which can be called upon to form an impenetrable energy shield around the Earth. While Tony works, robots build. Soon, the moon is covered with a network of automated production lines. It doesn't take long for the first models of his drone to emerge. They're sleek, powerful, almost beautiful. And they all look like miniaturized versions of the Mark 50. Iron Man suit? But they don't need to look like Iron Man. They are Iron Man. Each drone is powered by a miniaturized version of the arc reactor, which harnesses limitless clean energy, allowing them to stay airborne indefinitely without refueling. Now, it's time to forge an army. The next part of the trilogy, the forging. It takes months for Tony and his team of loyal Stark employees to produce the thousands of drones needed, yet somehow they manage to meet Tony's impossible deadline. These are not simple machines. They're powered by advanced technology and artificial intelligence. The drones are completed and await their final testing. But there's still one piece to the puzzle, the brain. All these drones would be useless without a way to control them. Enter the Aegis, Tony's answer to the question of control. On a smaller scale, the Aegis is very similar to Ultron. In fact, the same voice can be heard coding the initial framework. Living tissue, nanomachines, synthetic blood, human to artificial intelligence. Yet this time, Tony has learned from his mistakes. He designs a new set of fail-safes and moral protocols for the AI. As the first lines of code are written, we see echoes of Tony's own internal struggle. Does a suit of armor really solve anything? Are you just delaying the inevitable? But despite these doubts, the code is finished and the AI is born. It takes a day for the Aegis to download into the drones. But once it's done, the results are impressive. The combined strength of thousands of minds is focused through a single lens. The complex movements of flying into tight formation are performed flawlessly. It's time for the test fire. Now let's watch the second part of the trilogy, the test fire. A squad of 200 drones flies into formation over the Nevada desert. With a gesture from Tony, they activate their energy projectors, creating a small but perfect dome of golden energy over the test site. The combined power of the 200 reactors is impressive but beautiful. The AI is responding perfectly to Tony's commands. Together, they've become something more than the sum of their parts. Just as the sun rises over the desert, a series of powerful lasers slam into the shield. The lasers are powerful enough to vaporize solid steel, yet the shield holds, repelling the attack. This proves the core concept. If 200 drones can hold off this attack, then thousands could defend the entire planet. The final part of the trilogy, the reveal. One by one, the drones are launched from the moon, forming a loose grid around the Earth. Flying in precise formation, they come to rest, forming a ring of golden light around the world. The sight is breathtaking, even awe-inspiring. But the best is yet to come. With a quiet voice, Tony gives the order, Aegis, go active. At once, the drones snap into action, activating their projectors, merging their energies. For a moment, the entire planet is encased in a beautiful, shimmering golden sphere of protective energy. The Iron Sphere is online. In the final shot, we see Tony standing in his command center, watching the globe of Earth, protected by the Iron Sphere. So what do you think? Did Tony Stark redeem himself? Did he make peace with his demons? And what do you think of the Iron Sphere? Is this much power too dangerous? Is this ultimate protection or the ultimate prison? Debate it in the comments below. And if you want to see the Iron Sphere in action against a new threat, smash that like button and subscribe for more.